Hi, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca Adams. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick-ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast, and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always. Infinite possibilities. There are so many opportunities and possibilities for you right now in this year that we're in than there was when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And it is so exciting. There's not one way of doing business. There's not one way of doing a job. There's not one way of doing anything anymore. And if you are open to seeing and hearing different possibilities, infinite possibilities and opportunities for you to invest money, earn money, do all these things and earn and have multiple income streams, then, you're in the right place. Because I have multiple things that I could share with you. And I'm just going to direct you to message me privately or go on my website and then message me direct from there. And we can have a conversation. But the thing is that there's not one way of doing everything. Like back in the day, everyone thought there's one way of doing education. There's one way of shooting, a camera, and that's one way of getting a photograph. Things have changed. Things have moved. You know what I mean? And I'm going to use music as an example. Okay. So we had records. We had little records, big records on a record player and everything. I have a record player, by the way, and records. So records. Then we went on to tape. Then we went on to CD. Then we went on to, MP3 players. Then we're on downloads at the moment. You know what I mean? Things have evolved. Things have changed. Things have moved. Things have shifted. Okay? And so there's infinite possibilities of different things happening. So if you think there's only one way of making money and that you've got to work 40 hours a week, 40 years, get a watch and die and that's it, you live for the weekends and that, there isn't, okay? But some people are sceptical about certain things because they don't know everything. You don't need to know how everything happens and all of this stuff. You just need to know that people have been in it before you and it actually works and they're making money. You know what I mean? And so, yes, you need to do your due diligence. Obviously, we all do. Okay. But just because one of your mates did it and it didn't work for them doesn't mean it won't work for you because you're not them and they're not you. Some people have not got a great money mindset. They've probably spent all the money and then couldn't pay it back, got into debt and did something else. You know what I mean? So think about it. There's many different ways of making money. There's many different ways of investing and doing all these different things. But you need to know there's infinite possibilities. Like, no one could run the 4-minute mile until someone did. No one could fly the plane until the Wright brothers did it. You know what I mean? So really, and now look at Tom Cruise and all what he's doing. You know what I mean? Top Gun. I mean, amazing. And Maverick. But what I'm saying is, and don't even get me started on the red arrows because they're just phenomenal. But think about it, okay? Just because one person says it doesn't work or it's not this, that and the other, doesn't mean you need to have a closed off mindset and not listen to anything. Because you're actually leaving money on the table, okay? And, you could actually be saying no to one of the things that could change your life. Now, I have a few things I could share with you in order so that you can make money around the kids, make money around what you do already at the moment, okay? Around your career, around your business, around your job. Maybe you're in corporate. Maybe you are on maternity leave and you don't want to go back to work and pay all the fees. So you're working just to pay the nursery fees or the nanny fees, you know what I mean? And you just don't want to do it anymore. Maybe you're burnt out. Maybe you don't want to keep doing the same thing you've always done and you want to change things up. But you can't just leave your job. You need the money coming in, but you can do something with an extra hour. You know what I mean? An hour a week or an hour a day or 20 minutes a day or whatever. Think about what you can do. Okay? Because you can work part-time on something and build it up to replace the the income that you've got from your job and then switch. And the great thing about working from home, and this is what I want to share with you, is that you can work around, you can choose your own hours, work around the kids, work around everything else that you're doing, and you get to decide how much work you put in. It takes a little bit longer. You're not working for 30 days and then getting a wage at the end of it. You know what I mean? You could actually get paid weekly or whatever the system is that's set up, but it could pay off in dividends because you're actually building a legacy and something that'll live beyond you that you can actually hand down to the kids or your grandkids or whoever you put in your will. You know what I mean? So really think about being different. And I'll give you a massive thing to think about, okay? If you're on TikTok, you'll know there are influencers on there who make money just by sharing stuff that's in the TikTok shop, okay? So they are just recording videos or they are live on TikTok showcasing some clothes that they've bought, handbags they've bought, lipstick, exercise equipment, whatever. You know what I mean? And they're doing all of that and they're making money. That's not your average 9-to-5 job, is it? Okay, think about it, right? There's people who are selling on loads of different sites like eBay, Vinted, all of these others. Oh, and by the way, I'm not getting any money from actually showcasing any of these websites. I'm just using them as an example, okay? So there's so many. So think about it. There's many different ways of actually making money. There's different things that you can do to invest your money. Like, there's loads of stuff out there to invest money in, like ISAs and stuff like that. Or you can choose savings account with your bank, but you won't really get a lot back off that anyway. But, there's many different ways. So if you're open to the infinite possibilities that are available to you, that you may not even know about, message me. My Instagram handle is Rebecca.x187. Okay. You can go on my website, Rebecca.adamsbiz.com. You can contact me direct on the website if you want to. And you can connect to my Facebook page and Instagram page direct on my website as well. And you can message me because multiple income streams is the way to go anyway. I've been a big advocate for multiple income streams for over 20 years, right? Because, for example, if you're a builder and you fall off the roof, all right, you're a man married to a woman, you fall off the roof, she's at home with the kids, you've got no other income coming in, how are you going to pay your mortgage? What's going to happen? Yeah, okay, there's going to be some of you who say, oh, you'll get compensation. Yeah, okay. Whatever, but if you don't get any of that, or life turns around and this, that and the other, whatever, you know what I mean, just think about it. So it's great if you've got multiple income streams coming in so that you're not relying on one source of income and you can get paid on different days as well, okay? Plus, who said that you had to join anything? You could actually set up your own business, of which I help people do, and I've helped people for a very long time to set up their own business. You know what I mean? So really think about the infinite possibilities that are available to you. It's like going into a store, a supermarket, and looking at all the bread, all the food available, all the fish, all the salad stuff, all the fruit, all the veg, all of this. There's so much option, isn't there? Well, the same goes for your infinite possibilities in life. Some people are vegan, some people are vegetarian, some people eat meat, whatever. You know what I mean? There's enough to go around, but there's enough for you. But you are playing small and settling if you're not actually looking at other things that you can do. And some excuses that I've heard over 22 years is, I haven't got any time. Okay. I don't have the money. I don't know what to do. Blah, blah, blah. Well, we can nip all of that in the bud, okay? And, I'm very transparent with absolutely everything. But you don't know unless you ask, okay? So just know the options are there for you. Just come and find out what they are, You never know. You never know. And it could actually be the one thing that actually changes the generational wealth for you and your family and your children and grandchildren and generations to come. You could actually set up a legacy for your kids. You can set up a trust for your family. There's loads of stuff that you can do, okay? So know that it's possible, know that you can do it, and we do everything with fun. We don't do anything with pressure or with hustle and grind, okay? So message me. I can't wait to hear from you. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you on the next one.